Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Mokanaman at YouTube with a very quick vlog. We do have to do housekeeping and these updates from time to time for whoever's interested and looking forward to future content and how things are faring, how I am faring. Now just quickly to address, YouTube is going through some sort of advertisement, revenue, payment, controversy over controversial channels. It started with that Wall Street Journal article, and the focus seems to be on more controversial topic YouTube channels, news channels, religious debates. I hear gun and other style of content. Looking at my analytics, which I won't necessarily release, the Mokanaman is doing very well. I did get 2 to 3 videos after all these changes having monetization blocked. Being World War II era tank, I had tags such as Second World War, Nazi, Third Reich type things, German tanks. They were counterclaimed and were accepted, so all of my content is A-OK. I'm still getting the same amount of views, around 20,000 a month. I'm getting the same amount of revenue, which I can't talk about, but it's the equivalent of about a high grade a month. And if you know the views and the ad revenue and stuff, you can easily work that out backwards. My channel's not really faced any hardship out of all that's happening on YouTube, with advertisers pulling out, channels getting their names changed, losing views, losing large proportions of subscribers. None of that's happening. I've been on this platform for a very long time, and generally the channels that play safe and obey the terms of condition and community guidelines swim through this very easily. So all of that regards, nothing to be worried about. We also have a few events I'm going to be attending as a channel, as my club with Mecha Workshop and elements of the Australian modelling and gunpla community. First one is Model Expo in Melbourne, the big IPMS event with other clubs. I will be down there with Mecha Workshop, myself. Scott will be down there with Ghost of Xeon and Gunpla Builders Australia. There might even be an SMS presence. This will be happening from the 10th to 12th of June. I'll also be at the swap cell selling airbrushy type stuff. I've been dabbling in a bit of reselling of whatnot. So that's very much worthwhile looking forward to. I've got a couple of figures and stuff in the pipe works getting ready for that. The Australian heat of the Gunpla Builders World Cup has been announced on Gunpla Builders Australia, occurring on the 19th and 20th of August, a part of the Smash Anime Con. A team from Melbourne will be competing and attending. The community is to get 100 entries into the event, hashtag 100 or whatever. I don't know, I don't do the hashtaggy things, except it's some of my more infamous ones. If you are in Australia, you have interests in attending this event, please bring a model and support. Do not worry about your skill level or how much of a beginner or senior or mediocre or not. When you start entering competitions and you get to know the community and enter regular, it does give you a bit of a hunger, a drive to strive and improve, even if you are not near the top 10% of a chance to being in the pool prize or whatnot. It is a really rewarding experience. It's a lot of fun. There is high chances, to pretty good chances, Master Kawaguchi will be in attendance. He does wonderful live tutorials. They would be very worthwhile watching. So that is on my roster to attend. It's in another state from Melbourne, so it's a couple of hours flight, and I'll be hanging around Sydney for that weekend. Very happy to hang out, have a few drinks and whatnot. The next big event after that is Melbourne Animanga Anime Convention, September 16th to 17th. There will be a modelling Gundam anime model competition. This one is a bit more beginner friendly. If you're a bit fearful of the Gunpla Builders World Cup, which I highly recommend you enter no matter what, this one should give you a bit more comfort and a bit more ease. It's a beginner friendly competition. Bring down a model if you are in Melbourne or a resident of Melbourne. You can get critique and feedback on your model to how to improve if you're going into the general competition realm or any other thing. It is a large workshop. It's the biggest open event modelling workshop in Australia. There'll be plenty of tables, airbrush booth, 3D printing, the whole lot. So that will be quite a rewarding experience with giveaways and prizes, plus a display that's being spearheaded by myself and run in conjunction with Gunpla Builders Australia and the Mecha Workshop Club. So they're the big 3 events. I suppose I'll also be attending as a part of a small workshop for MadCon Melbourne, and we're going to have a presence at the Bayonet Military Model Competition. Oz Comic Con will most likely have an appearance by myself and the Gunpla Builders Australia and Mecha Workshop crew. All of these dates will be down below, including links to the events themselves to buy tickets and whatnot, so you could schedule what you would like to go, what you don't want to go. If you are travelling far, international, in the States, the most worthwhile event will be the Gunpla Builders World Cup if you're heavily into Gunpla and you want to interact with the Australian Gunpla modelling community. If you're into general scale modelling and you're looking for a mixture of tanks, Gunpla, science fiction, the whole lot, including a retail experience, the Model Expo will be your best bet. After that, the channel's goals, we are just shy of a couple of hundred subscribers to 5,000 subs. That I'd imagine would probably occur before the end of the year, so that's pretty good. Can't complain about that whatsoever. Now, projects. A lot of the projects are still outstanding from the previous vlog videos. There's been a few snags, mostly in just making as decent content as humanly possible, especially the tutorial one. I thought it would make my load a bit easier, but there's a few models to finish, especially the scratch building of the Femina. That has not been canned. That's going to happen no matter what. To make up for that, I am working on a sponsored video with a store in Melbourne called Animasia. It is a Let's Build. It's going to be between 20 to 30 minutes where I have a tripod and I actively talk, almost like a stream, and I show the process and thought process and construction and how a model kit goes together according to my style, from analysing the runners, cutting them out, cleaning them up, finding where's the nubs, where's the flash, where's the seams, what do I choose to cover, what I choose not to. And the video will generally be building the kit from scratch to finish, painting it, and a diorama base. So it'll be a lengthy video, but it's going to be covering what are the equivalent of 20 plus tutorials. That will tie you over and will be out definitely around mid-year, I'm guessing. So that is definitely something to look forward to, and hopefully by then I'll have enough projects done to start working on tutorials, and at that stage we'll be getting close to the Gunpla Builders World Cup, and I'll be heavily working on my QBLA project, which is a bit ahead of schedule, and that is doing very well. That's all to cover for our vlog. If you have any channel related questions, look down below. During the Easter weekend I don't have any work for some apparent reason. I'm normally one to advocate to work over public holidays, so I am considering doing very long streams on Good Friday, Easter Saturday, Easter Sunday, maybe Easter Monday. I've got the innocent frame arm girl. It's a very, very simple basic one, probably more for modifying or whatnot. I'm going to probably do that out of the box, so with 3 to 4 days, I think I can get that finished. That's going to be very, very cool. And that just covers everything that's happening on the channel. The scratch building series is still on the cards. That won't come to fruition until some stage. I'm waiting for my Olo 3D printer to come from Kickstarter. That's going to get some SLA 3D printing videos. I want to do 1 or 2 more 3D printing videos. They're just very, very slow to do because there are limitations to plastic extrusion printing. But none of the series or projects or ideas are necessarily dead. It's just on hold. And look, man, life and stuff like that gets in the way, but it is what it is. Thank you very much for watching. As always, until next time, stay tuned. A few reminders. We've got Facebook. I put a lot of interesting things on mokanaman Facebook. Work in progresses and whatnot. If a model gets finished or there's a progress, you won't necessarily see it in video form up to 1 to 2 months. I've actually got a 1-month backlog of videos. I'm due to get a big computer servicing, or if I get sick or in trouble, there'll be a month of videos before I run out, so that's pretty good. I have a Patreon if you, and only if you feel indebted to leave a tip, like a tip jar, a guy busking on the street, want to buy me a coffee. I accept $1 or $2 donations, nothing higher than that. Generally, that sort of money, as well as the YouTube money, doesn't go straight into the hobby kitty. It's generally spent on things that I wouldn't otherwise buy, a putty, a paint, a product to do a review and share around, and some of those have been quite beneficial, very, very popular videos, almost paid for themselves. And yeah, that's about it. I will catch you guys later.